Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day today. I just thought I'd pop on and show a couple of decks that I've gotten that I just still haven't even used yet, and maybe this will get me going and wanting to do it. It's been raining every single day for, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe with 1 or 2 days as an exception here in Florida, and it is just really annoying. It gets kind of dark outside, and it's just not a bright, sunny, shiny day, which I'll complain about that when it is because it'll be so hot, but we're never happy. But anyway, I thought that I would come on and show you a few decks that I've recently purchased, and I didn't look to see if anybody has these out there, so if they do, forgive me, but I had never really seen them. This was, it is called Tarot of Inspiration. So sorry. 78 plus 7 cards. It is printed in Russia by Lo Scarabeo, and let's see. I kind of like this type of artwork. This is, my kind of style. I don't really do the modern decks, and like I like the wild, what is it, the wild unknown and things like that, but it's just not me. So as of yet, I have not purchased that, but this one is pretty cool. I hope I haven't shown it before. If I have, forgive me. I forget things. The other day I did a tag, and I said, this is my first tag that I did. Well, it wasn't. It was the second. I guess I didn't really consider the first because it was the 100 questions nobody ever asks or something like that. It wasn't really tarot related. It just helped me jump in. But the one that I did for my tarot story or something like that from Brian Cormac Carr, that was like my first tarot VR, I guess is what I meant. I also noticed I've said I don't know how to edit, and so what you see is what you get. I'm not ready to figure all that out. It would be too much of a chore at this point, but I do say the wrong things sometimes or get mixed up or whatever, and please forgive me. My mental capacity is not what it used to be, obviously, but I noticed in one of mine I said chemical insensitivities because I'm chemically sensitive. I don't know what insensitivities I was talking about, but anyway, I'm chemically insensitive. So anyway, just wanted to clear up those couple of little things. Anyway, here is the Tarot of Inspiration by Lo Scarabeo. Here are the backs of them, which I think that's really pretty. I just think those are such pretty backs. And it's this kind of artwork that I really like. Let's see, I don't know if you can really see very much, but it kind of, it's kind of along the Victorian romantic type style, which I'm all about that. I love it. And it's a collage type deck. They've, imposed, and a lot of people don't like collage decks. I do. I really do. So that's, I guess, my style of deck or whatever. But anyway, I just thought the art was so pretty. Oh, love that, love that, love that. So anyway, I haven't worked with it yet. I've only looked through it once. Anyway, I'm starting to show them all. I didn't mean to do that either, but anyway, I want to work with this one. Well, I've got so many decks. In fact, I noticed I really need to get rid of some decks because there's certain decks that I have that I've had, and I know I'm not ever going to use them, so I need to go through those. I also recently got the Journey into Egypt Tarot, which I first saw on Lavender Moon's channel. And when I saw her showing it, I was like, oh God, I have to get that. I may have even talked about this one, I'm not sure, but it's huge. I mean, you can't really hold it that well, but, oh, goodness, excuse me. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm fascinated with all things Egyptian, Victorian, vintage 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s. In my decade, the 60s, when I was born in 1960. Anyway, I really like that. I don't know if there's a book out there for it, but I think I need a book to it. Then I also got, I have wanted this deck for like a year. I saw it on somebody's channel. It's called The Distant Past. And when I saw the pictures, you know, it was totally up my alley, the kind of artwork I like. It is by Jerry Toten Designs. And I believe she says that she made this for her daughter. The Distant Past Tarot was inspired by artists from many different time periods. This deck has been created by combining imagery and landscapes from hundreds of paintings, adding many layers and hand painting to create a colorful and uplifting deck. Please note that because the images are created from many different time periods, that this deck is not intended to be a traditional historical deck. I created this deck for my daughter, and some of the images have been softened to make it a perfect deck for all ages to read with. It uses a symbolism of the Rider-Waite-Smith. Card titles have been changed. Hangman is titled Awakening, Death is Transition, Devil is Materialism. And anyway, it has, instead of a little book, it has like these little cards that come with it that tell about it, offer some spreads and things of that nature. I know I saw, oh, here's one with this, there's a spread one. And this is called The Distant Past Spread, of course. So anyway, this had gone out of print, and I wanted it so bad when I saw it because I loved the artwork. And then I couldn't get it. I was so upset. I had like missed it by a month. Evidently the creator took down her everything, her website, everything. I don't know what the story is there, but anyway, I found it on one of the Facebook groups finally. And right when I found it, I think the next day, I heard that it was back out again. But anyway, I've got it. I wanted it. I have it. It's in my hot little hands. But so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. I just find this deck just to be absolutely gorgeous. And see, angels don't bother me. I know they trigger some people, but I work with my angels, my guardian angel, my spirit guide, my higher self, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. Anyway, I won't go on and on, but I could. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Anyway, this is back out from what I've heard, if you're interested. And it was sent to me with this bag. Now, I'm not a bag person, because if I don't see it, I don't use it. And I wish all decks came in hard boxes. I so wish all decks came in hard boxes, because that is how I like to. They're easy to display. They're easy to put away. I put mine on a bookshelf. I'll do like a shelf tarot video or whatever. I've seen one like that before. But, and I have, all these are those soft, you know, fold up little, I can't stand these boxes. They're just so cheap. But anyway, I need to be quiet about that. I have wanted the soul cards. I see so many people have these, and every time I see the cards, I think, oh, that is a really good deck to, trigger, like for journaling, to trigger psychological triggers for journaling. And everybody has seen these, so I won't go through many of them. They're new to me, though. I've just looked through the deck. I haven't done anything with it. I just have not felt well enough to really get into any of this. I need to quit ordering until I get my butt in gear. But anyway, I'm hoping these videos get me going some more too. I also, because of Simon, he's such a bad influence. I have the Robert Place Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery. And I also got the Burning Serpent Oracle by Robert M. Place and Rachel Pollack. And I also ordered the book. It's not in here. It's out in my chair by the living room or where I sit, because I grabbed some books there. I also keep everything's supposed to be in this room. This is like all my tarot and crystal healing, my playroom. Like, but things pilfer out into the rest of the house. Now we've got crystals everywhere in the house, and it just keeps growing and growing. I ordered another. I love Ashley Levy of the Love and Light School of Crystal Therapy. I've taken some classes from her. She's not where I got my certificate from. I got that from Hibiscus Moon, but I also really like Ashley and highly recommend her. She's just a wonderful young woman. It's just so... she's accessible, and I'm in her Facebook group for students, because I've taken classes with her before. She's really exceptional. I also have bought crystals from her before I did anything. I saw her on YouTube, like when she'd come back from Sedona, Tucson Gem Show. I'll get confused a lot of times, sorry. And I've purchased several crystals from her, looking at the YouTube videos, and you can put in for them or whatever. But this, she did a Facebook live auction on the student group, and I ordered a box of crystals. I can't wait till they come in. I also got some for my husband for his birthday as a surprise. So he doesn't know. He doesn't even know I make YouTube videos, because I don't know why. It's kind of like fun to have a little secret. I mean, I don't care if he finds out or whatever. It's like not a big deal. It's not like he doesn't know all this. But anyway, for right now, I don't have anyone saying, well, who is that? And why he's a little bit different than me. He's a really good husband. He supports me in everything that I do. Because of me, though, before me, he didn't believe in psychic abilities or, hands-on healing or anything like that. So he does now. And, well, one of the things that happened, which is kind of interesting, is when I was, 1985 is when we met. We actually met at a Bennigan's restaurant. I had gone after work. Me and my sister, she worked downtown with me, and we were going to go buy me a belt and go to a movie. And we stopped by Bennigan's to get a bite to eat. And one of my husband's friends was there, and he was very drunk, and he was hitting on me and my sister and trying to get us to go somewhere with him to the beach, and that wasn't going to happen. And he was really annoying me. He put his arm like in between me and my sister and was, like talking to me like this, and that just enraged me. But anyway, evidently Robert saw what was going on and knew. He could tell. My face pretty much tells everything, and he could tell that I wasn't happy. And I was about to go get the manager because I was just so mad. And he came over there and he said, "Hey, what's going on here?" And he introduced himself and told me where he worked and blah, 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 blah. And I wasn't real impressed with him at that time because I was just pissed. And then later on, I used to smoke, and I had gone to the cigarette machine. And he came over there to me and he said, "That's a bad habit." And I said, "Well, don't worry about it. It's not your bad habit, it's mine." And, you know, I thought he was good looking and everything, but I just was annoyed, you know, with the situation. And so anyway, we get ready and we leave. He had said that he went to River Rally, which was a big thing here years ago when I was young, in my 20s. And it's where everybody went after work, like on Fridays, and bands were playing, and it was just massive swarms of people. And, you know, it was a place where you could drink and meet up with people or meet people and chat and all that sort of thing. And anyway, when we left, or he had said that he went there and that the next day was his birthday and he was going to go there. He asked if I ever went there, and I said, yeah. I said, maybe I'll see, you know, he said, maybe I'll see you there. And I said, yeah, maybe. And so we went to leave, and we went to get in the car, and I told my sister, I'm going to marry him. And things like this is how it happens with me. It just, something flies out of my mouth. I mean, there's no control over it whatsoever. And she said, "You're going to marry him?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess so." And she said, "Do you know his last name?" And I'm like, "Well, he told me, but I don't remember." And she said, "Did you exchange numbers?" And I said, "No." She said, "You know, but you're going to marry him." And I said, "You know, apparently." So sure enough, the next day, and it was hard, like, to meet somebody, to hook up with them at River Rally. You had to specifically know places and whatnot, because there were literally hundreds of people there. And I didn't think I'd ever see him there. You know, I thought, you know, I probably won't see him. We went there. I walked straight over to him, and he was talking to two women. And I'm not somebody, the man has to come to me. That's just how I was raised, and, you know, probably my age or whatever, my generation. And I went straight up to him. I tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around. He was talking to two women. And he turned around and I said, "Hi, do you remember me?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, hi." And he started talking to me and never turned around, which is very rude. And he's so not a rude person. So it was meant to be. And we've been together ever since then. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but anyway, these are the new decks that I've gotten. Plus, I have a lot more. I also recently got Deviant Moon, and I got the Great Big Book. I got that on a Facebook group also, and I had been afraid of that for a very long time. I mean, the pictures kind of were horrific to me, and over time, and everybody, you know, in the YouTube community, I've come to appreciate it, and I finally bought it. I edged it. I've gone through all the cards, but I haven't yet worked with it, and I haven't cracked the book. But I'm going to, because that looks very, I don't know why, I'm suddenly just very interested in it. But anyway, besides that, I've introduced you to some of my big crystals. As you know, I name my big crystals, and I wanted to introduce you to a couple of more of them. So, first one up. This is just a clear quartz crystal. She's very dusty. Her name is Harmony. And the reason that I named her Harmony is because crystals produce energy from their points. Every point, even like if there's a point here, let me see where I'm going here. Let me check myself out. There's the tip, but then when you go down, you know, they have the other little points on them. Energy is released from every point on a crystal. And when you have a cluster like this, of course, all these points are putting out energy in all different directions. So this is an excellent crystal for breaking up negative energy, for doing group work, as in healing or meditation, or sitting in circles for psychic work. It's kind of crumbly on the bottom. But anyway, my husband got this for me several years ago for our anniversary. He surprises me with the best crystals. But anyway, That's Miss Harmony. Oh my goodness. This is one that I got at the Jacksonville Gem Show, which is in September, and I usually do my birthday shopping there. It's the weekend after my birthday, but I always want to wait and get crystals because I'm a crystal fanatic. But anyway, this beautiful clear quartz, you can see my hand through there. It's just, it's so pretty. I'm one of these that's kind of picky about, some people don't care if there's like a little chip on a point or something. I'm kind of picky about that. I don't know why. I want them to be perfect, and you know, the world isn't perfect. We're not perfect, but if I can get a perfect point crystal, I want that one. But anyway, this one is named Gemini, obviously, for the two crystals grown together, which is like, you know, a soulmate type of crystal. Get my big hands in here instead of the beautiful crystal. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. I just adore these crystals. I also the very first gem show that I went to several years ago, my dad was still alive, and he bought me a crystal every month, and also paid for my certification to Hibiscus Moon. He was very scientific, had a very, you know, high IQ, was very logical, very intellectual. Him and my husband were really good friends, and he didn't really so much believe in all this either, except for, you know, what he'd known through me. But he gave me money for my birthday to get a crystal. And this is the first one that I bought at a gem show. It is an apophyllite with stilbite, which is this peach color right here. Right there. And this is an excellent healing stone. And it is excellent for Reiki and Reiki practitioners. I think especially the green, but all apophyllite is. But here's another cluster that, you know, can break up energy or put out energy in all directions. And this one is named Meg because those were my father's initials. And it was from my sweet daddy. So that's Meg, and I love her dearly. I'm also getting, I think I already told you, a box of crystals that I'm waiting for. They just haven't been shipped yet. So those are all big ones that I've named. The little ones I don't have names for. I can barely remember my name, much less other crystals' names. Here's some that are just on my table. Here's a tourmalated quartz. You can see the black tourmaline all in there. And it's a cut and polished. It has a rainbow in it. Very pretty little quartz. And this is a phantom quartz. I don't know if you can see the phantom. Let's see if we can catch it. I don't know if you can see the phantom right here. But it's just sitting on my table. That's chloride in there. The green is chloride, and of course that rusty looking stuff is some iron deposits. So anyway, that's all I had for today. I just wanted to pop on to keep myself in the loop, because I didn't do one for several weeks, and I was so nervous when I did it. I don't know why. It's just crazy. But anyway, I'm glad if you dropped by and stuck with me through all this, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.